Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Since we're not doing a free list tonight, I'm skipping over that. You can go ahead and post your questions if you're ready, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. So let's see, Jasmine. I hope you're doing good today, or tonight, I should say. Hello, all. I see some people joining us. We are working on Jasmine right now. She placed a donation. We are not doing free lists tonight because it is getting late. I've had a very weird day today, so I wanted to hop on last minute. But our donations are open and they're also a lot more affordable tonight. So if you want to take us up on that, you can. Prices range anywhere from $3 to $15. So there's that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So, Chapman, I am getting that he feels like this is a decision that would be well respected by him. I think that he'd be okay with it, honestly. Let's see. Will he do anything about it right away, though? Yeah, I'm not getting that he's going to do anything about it right away, but I do feel like he feels like this is something to be commended. I think that he'll take you. I think he already takes you seriously, but I think that he might take you a bit more seriously because you're not showing any signs of weakness. You're standing your ground and you're not backing away in a sense. I gave him everything up front. He didn't appreciate it. Right. So that's the thing is that he's going to be kind of watching you from afar. Like I said, I don't think he's going to do anything right away, but I think that he will respect it. I think that because you're being shown here as the Queen of Swords, and it's talking about how even though you might feel a certain way, you're letting your realist side of yourself actually take the reins and take the lead and make the decisions. Even if inside you might feel compelled to do something differently, you're going to stay level headed about the whole situation. So he is respecting that and appreciating that. I do feel like it's something the way in which you react to this is going to make him want to either walk away or kind of hold on to you and hold on to the idea. And by making this decision, he is holding on. I also have the 10 of Pentacles as well, which talks about wanting to make something last long term. So with the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles here, the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I am feeling like he's going to take you a lot more seriously later on. Hey, Vetus. All right, so let's see your next question. I am glad that you're happy with that answer. Over nonchalant behavior towards me. It's like he doesn't care. Ugh. I'm sorry. All right, let's see how love life is looking over the next 3 months. Do we have any love coming in for Jasmine? Ace of Cups. So that is a yes. New beginnings in love coming through for you over the next 3 months. Is this a new person? It's a new person. I am getting it. Could be a new person. Give me any other information here. So this person is coming through as a knight. Okay, so moderately mature, but still has some growing up to do. So I don't know if this is someone serious, or if it is someone serious, if it's someone that you're going to have to grow with. But the knights are basically like still have a lot of learning to do, a lot of maturing to do, and developing to do. But I do see that this person's attracted to you, and I feel like they want to take you out. And extend some kind of offer with you. You also have the World here, which can talk about karmic relationships, so just keep that in mind. But it can also talk about soul contracts as well. So this could be soulmate type stuff. Annie's, thank you. Miss Honey. So there should be a pinned comment. If I didn't, I'm so sorry I didn't pin the comment. Hold on one second. All right. The comment is pinned with the link tree. So the link tree is used to donate Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Bless you, baby. Nanny's donated. To be completely honest with you, Jasmine, I've sensed 2 men around you. I feel like one is more serious with an offer and one is more serious with hooking up. But they both are trying to come in and offer you something. I see love or at least feelings starting to happen. And I see one of the people, specifically the person that's more serious, I feel like he has a lot of in common with you. You hear that there's 2 people around you? Oh, damn. I like to hear that. So yeah, but one has a more serious offer and the other is an offer, but I just don't think it's as much of a commitment as you probably would like it to be. Nannies, you can go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready. Miss Honey, did you see the link that I posted? You only have H right now. You don't know the other person yet. At least I don't think so. Well, I did get a yes that it's likely someone new. So I think that's confirmation. Okay, okay. Nannies, did you send partly on Cash App and the other part on PayPal? I have donations on both from the same name. And Jasmine, it looks like you donated for another mini reading. Jasmine, I just saw you said you're off the next 2 days. That's awesome. Okay, Jasmine, so I'm ready for your third question. Cash App stopped working. Oh my gosh. Okay, so nannies, are we doing a 10 card or 2 minis? Really quick, y'all, I wanted to share with you guys that I've started a Telegram and it's free for you guys to join if you wanted to. But it's basically just a space where you can get notifications from me in regards to when I'm going live and on what platform. I'll share the link. And it's kind of like a text blast or a notification. And you can also communicate with me in there if you had any questions for me, like, hey, are you going live today or whatever. But it's just a way to access me in another way that you might not already have. So some people email me, some people will send me a message on Instagram. But if you are interested, let me pull up that link really quickly. I should already have the link just set aside, but I do not. Let me do that really quickly. Oh, maybe I do. Again, it's free to join. There's no cost or anything associated with it. It's kind of like WhatsApp, you know, where you just get notifications from me. So nannies, you said 10 card, 2 minis. So you want 2 minis, I see. 2 minis. Oh, Vetus. Oh my goodness. Thank you for a 10 card. So again, if you guys are interested in joining my Telegram, click that link in the chat and you'll get notifications. I probably won't be posting updates on my community tab that much anymore. I'll only be posting in there because it's just a lot to have to post about in different places. So that's the place I would recommend. Okay, Miss Honey, let me add you to the list. So the difference between the $10 and the $5 reads are the $10 reads are 10 cards. They naturally go more in depth. And then the $5 reads are just minis. They're a bit more quick and short-winded, and I only pull 5 cards. So essentially it's just, do you want me to elaborate or do you want me to just answer your question on a basic level? But the minis are nice because you can ask more questions and get, you know, for a lower cost, I guess. So if you have multiple questions, I always recommend the minis. Okay, Miss Honey, let me pull that up for you. All right, got it. So I have Jasmine. I'm working on her last mini reading right now. I have nannies for 2 minis, 2 questions, 2 minis. And then I have Miss Honey. And then I have Vetus for a 10 card. If you guys have to go in and out or you don't think you're going to be able to hang around for your reading, make sure you leave your questions with me so I can timestamp it and you can get your readings done today. If for whatever reason I end up signing off and I'm done with my list and I don't have your questions and I can't find you, you'll have to wait till the next time I go live. All right, so let's check out the person that will be coming in. Oh. All right, so first you have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, the 4 of Wands. Okay, so you have someone coming in that is wanting to actually offer a commitment to you. They want to continue to take things to the next level, progress. The 10 of Pentacles means long distance. Not long distance, going the distance / long term. That's what I was trying to say. Not long distance, but going the distance / long term. So this is someone who wants to be around you and wants to be in a relationship with you for a long time. Hey Taka, thanks for the donation. I'll talk to you in just a second. What else do I have here that's offering more serious? I also have a King of Wands. Okay, so this person's coming to you fully matured or more matured, more developed. They're the type of person that's like take charge, make plans. You also have the Emperor, so that's just making sense to me now. There's someone who takes charge. They're a leader. They likely will make the plans for you. Instead of saying, hey, what do you want to do? Or hey, can we hang out later tonight? They'll say, I want to take you out. I want to take you to dinner. I want to take you to this event or this place. I feel like they have no trouble making the plans. They likely are an entrepreneur in some way or fashion. They might have a side business or they might be on the top of their company or working towards the top of their company. I feel like there's somebody to offer you stability in structure and routine. And I feel like, honestly, they're willing to fight for you or fight for this. So there was someone around. Like, they're not going to be jealous or worried because I think they know what they have to bring to the table. So they're going to basically say, like, take it or leave it, but I'm fine. I'm not going to sit here and get myself all worked up and upset about something that I can't control. So it sounds like a pretty level-headed person. Oh my gosh, beautiful love. I meant to oh shoot, I am so sorry. I meant to email you last night. I already did it. I did it on yesterday's reading. It was like 2 hours, 57 minutes, something like that. Roughly, you're going to probably have to scroll and find the exact spot. But I am so sorry. I am totally meant to tag you and email you, and it was late and I completely forgot. Let me send you what I think it is, like, or it's somewhere around there. You're welcome. Taka, thank you for your question. Chasmin, that's amazing. I hope I meet him soon. I think that he's coming in the next 3 months. I mean, it's kind of what we were talking about in the last reading. It kind of like stemmed from there. So I think it will be soon, actually. Beautiful love. Yes, ma'am. Just make sure you do it ASAP because my list is going to close in like 8 minutes. I'm only keeping donations open for a little bit today. Jasmine, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night and a good next couple of days off. Okay, got it. So, next up we have nannies. Nannies, you can go ahead and post both of your questions. Perfect, thank you. Sent for one last reading. 10 card pool. So, Jasmine, I only do 3 at a time just to be fair to the list. Are you okay being put at the end? Or if other people are willing to let you go ahead of them, then I can bump you up further. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Jasmine. All right, I'm going to add you. Actually, I'm going to post a list because the list is, I don't want anyone to not know where they are. So let me do that. Okay, so donations. This is who we've got. We've got nannies, Miss Honey, Vetus, Papa, Jasmine, and then Beautiful Love if she ends up donating. Jasmine, if you're not here, I'll timestamp it for you. But if you, I'll still call your name when it's your turn. I don't know. Awesome. So nannies, I think that if there's gonna be any changes in your relationship, like to basically show progress or forward movement, it's gonna be towards the end of that 3 months. So maybe like beginning of July or something. Because I think over the next 3 months, I'm getting a lot of cards that are kind of indicating like we're kind of taking things slow. We might be a bit guarded. So, like, if you guys are in a relationships, I feel like things might be a little bit of the same. If you feel like you're on like at odds with each other or you're kind of in no communication or separation, I think that's going to continue for a little while. I just don't see any big changes or progress happening until, if it happens, like summer, maybe like end of June, early July. I see with the Nine of Wands basically feeling like you are trying to keep it together, keep your composure, not really show if something is bothering you. Beautiful Love, can I post my questions in case if I don't? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can definitely do that, Beautiful Love. For sure, for sure. So nannies, and then with the Hanged Man in reverse, it's feeling like a little bit discontent or stagnant, like things aren't really moving forward, but you're trying to remain detached from the outcome. You're trying to, okay, Jasmine, you're trying to act as though it's like not bothering you as much, or something isn't bothering you. You're just trying to like go with the flow. Um, Now, I think throughout this process, though, there is so far the same, not surprised. Yeah, but I think throughout this process, there is this like hidden information that it would be important for you to know, is that there is a growth period happening. The moon in reverse is here, which talks about releasing maybe anxiety or worry, or maybe secrets coming to light. I don't know. There's just something here about like hidden truths coming to the surface. Like maybe if we're in denial ourselves, or if your person is in denial or feeling like you feel like they're a bit delusional, maybe they're coming to their senses. The moon is making me feel like kind of transformative, like Scorpio energy. So I feel like there is some stuff going on behind the scenes or underneath the surface. But I do feel separation is still the case, or things aren't really changing in that regard, because the Five of Pentacles is here. Jasmine, I have your question. Thank you. He's going through legal issues. Oh. So this could be costing him some money, because the Five of Pentacles talks about financial hardship. So he could feel some kind of loss going on, or feel like his finances have recessed and he has to kind of pick himself back up by the bootstraps a little bit. If he is going through some stuff like that, that's hard. That's really difficult. It's almost like it's the only thing that you can think of and see of right in front of you. So, yeah. Nannies, thank you. What is your second question? Yeah, I didn't see a third party. Nope, I did not. Yeah, of course I would tell you. I would. I always mention it if I am seeing something, but yeah, there weren't any indicators of that in the last reading. It's interesting too, because he's a Cancer, and we had the Chariot there at the end. So I do feel like he's holding the faith in his life. He's trying not to give up. Okay, yes, ma'am. You can donate. Absolutely. Okay, thank you. 5 card. Okay, so we're finishing up nannies right now. You know what they did earlier is they jumped up on Why? Beautiful love, I have your questions. It looks like the first one is the yes or no. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, absolutely. Everyone can leave their question with me. I will confirm when I get it, and then you guys can go off and do whatever needs to be done. I will call on you when it's your turn. If you're not here, I will timestamp it in the comments. And I usually remember to do that. I am so sorry that I didn't do that for Beautiful Love last night, but okay. Okay, got you. Okay, so I'm gonna save that. Nannies, did you post your second question? Yes. When will we finally settle for commitment and live together? He's going through a lot right now. Just the legal issues from his ex. Ooh, okay. I'll look into that for you. Yeah, sorry, I just saw that. All right, so then Miss Honey, you will be next. You can post. Okay, y'all, stop. My God, my cats are in rare form tonight. On up the couch and shit. Miss Honey, you can post. Thank you. And then Vetus is here. Taco left her question. Beautiful left her question. Chasmine left her question. And Kay left her question. Okay. I have a question on a person. Miss Honey, yeah, that's fine. The 9-card reading. Here, I'll tell you what the 9-card reading covers really quickly. You can let me know. So for what you donated, Miss Honey, I can answer how they feel about you, their true intentions, what you want, what they want, what brings you together, what pulls you apart, the energy around the relationship, what's hidden, and will the relationship be successful? So if you like me to answer those questions for you, then we can do that for the $10. So just verify what would be best for you. Okay, so let's go with that one. And if anything comes up concerning faithfulness, if anything like comes through in the reading where I'm questioning something or I might see an indicator for that, I will let you know. So I'll be with you in just a second. I'm going to finish up Nanny's question right now. Yes, Miss Honey, that would be helpful. His initials, his name, something like that. Your beard hair is on my computer.
I think I was running software analysis to make sure everything was up to par.
Oh, what'd you find out?
I don't know. You gotta ask the hair.
Oh, okay. Well, I threw it on the floor, so.
Oh, well.
Thank you, Miss Honey.
slow. That little slut.
Okay, so oh my goodness. So they're showing me the Knight of the Knight of Cups, which can indicate February to March time frame. But the thing is that they're like so hold on, let me back up. I asked if it would be this year. I got a no. And then I asked a time frame and it said February, March. So obviously that makes sense because February, March has already passed of this year. So I asked 2024, I got a no. I asked 2025, I got a yes, more than likely. And maybe the biggest change you'll see in 2026. That is a long ways to wait. I do have the Three of Swords here. So and it's in reverse, so it's making me feel like it just depends on if you want to wait around that long, that you can make that choice. But it's like specifically giving me February, March time frame. And it's saying it's not going to be this year or next year. I think honestly that it can happen, but I think there's just too much to be worked out right now that it's kind of hard to see clearly. Yeah. Now, of course, timelines can change, things can speed up. But the thing is that right now, this is his mindset. And he's not thinking any sooner than, well, where are we at? So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So he's not thinking any sooner than like 19 months, 19, 20 months, something like that. Like, because we still have the end of this year, then that'll be 24, and then next year. So even if it was like January of 2025, that's still like 20 months away. Or something along those lines. It's still a ways away. Now, let's just say everything goes great in court, or the legal situation goes well, and maybe he'll start seeing his life differently, and maybe he'll start seeing things, wanting those things sooner. But I feel like they're so far out of his vision right now that realistically he's not even thinking about it, therefore he can't decide on this. So what Spirit is trying to say is that what plan he already has set in motion, this is the time frame that would make the most sense for him. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. He has to kind of change either his lifestyle or his way of thinking, or he has to get through this process that's affecting him deeply before we can start thinking about maybe moving that timeline up. Taking into consideration what he's going through with the ex, it wouldn't be surprising that he would be weary about rushing into something again. But we can always check in on that energy again and see if anything has changed, Thank you, nannies. All right, so a 9-card reading from Miss Honey. Miss Honey, if you are here, you can please say hello. You would not wait till. Well, like I said, I got a more than likely for 2025. 2026 is like I would put some money on 2025, but I would be more likely to put all my money on 2026, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's tough. It's a long time to wait for sure. Initials DG. Yeah, of course, and I'm sure he doesn't expect you to wait either, but maybe there's something he's not telling you. I don't know. Oh, damn. All right. Set that boundary. DG Cancer, Miss Honey. DG Cancer, Miss Honey. Nine-card reading. Yeah. No, I totally get it, nannies. Hey, Jack Mac. I totally understand. I do not blame you at all for feeling the way that you feel. You're very justified in that. No, Miss Honey, since you're in here, I'm good. You don't have to put your name unless you want to. Not doing free lists today, Jack Mac. I'm sorry. You can donate $3 if you'd like. Thank you. Okay. So Miss Honey, again, I'm working with energies here, so I'm just going to tell you like I see it, just because I feel like you deserve the truth, you deserve what's fair, and I feel like that's what you're trying to seek out. All right, so let's pull up first things first. I will say, Miss Honey, that there is a non-trusting energy here within your reading. I was shuffling and the Seven of Swords came out, and then I shuffled like 6 more times just to make sure everything was nice and mixed up. Or Seven of Swords came out, and then I shuffled really good and Seven of Swords came out again, the first thing. So what it's showing me is that it is very difficult for you guys to have trust or faith in one another. The way that he's viewing you is someone who he's not sure if he can trust, but it also is possible that he's projecting, because if he's doing something that it would be viewed as unfaithful or something that he's hiding from you or keeping a secret, he might be thinking that you're doing the same. Because a lot of times if people are doing something, not all the time, but a lot of times if people are doing something kind of shady or sketchy that wouldn't necessarily be seen as above board if you're in a committed relationship, a lot of times they could project that back onto you and make themselves feel like you're doing what they're doing. And so that's kind of what I'm picking up. So I feel like he feels you don't trust him, or he feels he can't trust you. It could be both. Now, I'm not seeing third party energy. Oh, okay. So I was going to say, I'm not currently seeing third party energy. We both have infidelity in our past, so it is hard for us both to trust. Yes. So he's viewing it that you don't trust him and that he doesn't trust you. And it's just making it for a very difficult relationship. And I will say that I'll just jump to the end really quickly that if this continues, it's not going to work out. I am getting that the relationship will not be successful. So it's something that you have to work itself out. Like, you guys have to figure out a way, however, whatever that means for y'all, you have to figure out a way to trust one another because it's making it difficult. Like I said, I'm not seeing specifically third party energy, but I am seeing that you both view each other as someone that has the potential to hurt each other. And so therefore neither of you fully let your guard down with one another, and you can't have that in a relationship that's going to be successful, like, because then you can't be your authentically who you want to be. Anything that they do, anything that they say could be taken the wrong way. Because you're constantly trying to protect your heart, so you're constantly trying to make sure you're on alert, but like, you have to be on alert in so many areas of life. You have to be on edge about finances. You have to be on edge about this bill that's coming your way, or, the way the world is going these days, or, oh, I got a flat tire, oh shit. Like, whatever the things are that you're up against, what you don't want is when you're coming home to your person is to feel that you also have to be up in arms and like on the defense and worrying, because then that's going to be horrible for your nervous system because it never gets to relax. So it's just kind of alarming a little bit that you guys aren't able to trust each other. And because of that, it is showing me that it's going to be difficult for you guys to have a successful relationship. But I do think that if you can work it out and grow and help each other, find little ways to make it easier to trust, whether you guys always have each other's password, or you guys always share your location with each other, or whatever it is that works for y'all in your relationship, to make it so that way after day after day after day, that way you have more days where you trust each other than you have days where you didn't. And then that's how you build that trust with one another. He knows to have extreme boundaries and will not put up with anything bad and leads to you. That's why he feels that way. I think it's very possible. I think a lot of times when we don't feel trusted, it can be hard because, number one, you, Miss Honey, if you think a certain way, if you don't trust him, then you start to feel a certain way. And when you feel a certain way, then you act a certain way. So you could be fulfilling prophecies that you wouldn't normally have done, but your fear is getting in the way, and therefore it's creating the story in your mind. And for him, if he's not doing anything wrong, but he's being treated like he is, then what's stopping him from doing something that he's not supposed to be doing? And it's just like a vicious cycle that I see going around and around. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. So when someone feels like they're always in the wrong, even though they're not doing anything wrong, then there's no reason to not do something wrong. And you don't want to have self-fulfilling prophecies that are not good or not what you want to happen, because someone could be perfectly faithful, perfectly fine, got you, you're right. Like, they could be just living life and enjoying being with you and think it's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to them. But when you're treating them like they're cheating on you, then they're like, all right, well, I guess if she's going to keep getting mad at me about this, then maybe I should move on, or maybe I should talk to someone new and see what else is out there. And then you created the very thing that you didn't want to happen. So it's all about mindset. It's important. You guys have to find a way to trust each other. If you can't trust him, you have to decide, is it him that you don't trust specifically? Did he do something that made you feel like you can't trust him? And then if that's the case, you have to decide, am I going to stay with this person then? Or you have to say, is it me that doesn't trust him because of my experiences that I've had, but he hasn't done anything wrong to me? Then you have to suck it up and learn how to deal with that, because that's not his fault. So goes both ways. But he is viewing the situation as like, she doesn't trust me, therefore I can't trust her. We always feel like we can't like let our guard down. The Seven of Swords talks about how you sneak away to be yourself when you're alone, because you can't be yourself with other people, and you don't want to feel that way with someone you're in a relationship, right? Like if he's never done anything to you, then you have to at some point accept that maybe you could be making matters worse by treating the situation a certain way. Okay, so let's move on. So their intentions are, they have pure intentions, they have good intentions. Wheel of Fortune. What you want is the Magician. So essentially what you want is a future with this person that you make up in your own mind. So you could say like, I want us to get married by 2024. I want us to have a kid by 2026. I want us to move in together by 2023. For example, you have kind of like this fantasy or this idea of the life that you want to have with this person, and you hope and wish that it will go the way that you're thinking that it will go. What they want, I think, honestly, is to just feel free, not free of you, but just feel liberated in the relationship. They want to do things spontaneously with you. They want to enjoy just random adventures. They want to be really passionate with you and have a lot of intimate moments with you. And I think that what helps keep them excited, keep them interested, keep them feeling like the relationship is going in the right direction is when you can be spontaneous, you can have fun, you're not taking things so seriously. That I think is kind of what he is hoping for, or what he would like to see more of. What brings you together is the ability to grow together. You have the Death card here, so you have gone through some transformations already within the relationship. And so you kind of teach each other things, and it seems as though you guys kind of stick it out, even if it seems scary or uncertain. Neither of you are really wanting to kind of walk away. You're ready to like work on things and do what you need to do. So that does help the situation. What pulls you apart is that I feel like it's hard for your relationship to have things in moderation, like you want it all, or you want it at this time, or you want it a certain way. And I think he feels the same way too, is that sometimes your timeline could be more fast than his timeline. You could want something sooner than he wants it, or you could I don't know. I guess that's the example that's coming to mind. So, for example, you want something to happen now or in a year from now, and he wants it. He wants it just like you, but he wants it 2 years from now. And so, like, you guys aren't on the same page, as you want the same things, but you want them at different times. And so I feel like not having patience, not allowing balance in your relationship, not allowing compromise in your relationship, and it's like you want it one way, he wants it another way, that does hurt the relationship, because I think that's something you guys have to work on. You guys have to mediate with each other, come to compromises, understand that your timeline might be at a different pace than his is going, and we just have to be okay with it. As long as you guys are both heading in the same direction, it doesn't really matter when it happens or how it goes. And any pressure you're putting on the relationship, is that truly what you want, or is that what you think you want because it's what other people are doing, or if you're comparing your relationship to other people, so on and so forth. He talks a lot about wanting us to move in together basically within the year, and I think that may be a little too soon. Okay, so there's the example. So he wants something his way. He wants it to happen faster than what you're ready for. And so that's the thing, is what tears you apart is the inability to compromise. So I think that's something that you guys might want to go back to square one on. and revisit and try to maybe have a conversation where you say, okay, these are all the things I want in life. Do you agree? What things do you want in life? Do I agree? If we both want all the same things, when can we agree would be a good time for us to start initiating these things? And if he wants it a lot sooner than you do, maybe you can meet in the middle. I think a lot of times it's kind of crazy in relationships that we talk a lot to people and we go round and round with people, but we very rarely have actual productive conversations that lead to positive change. And so I think those are some things that would be important to discuss. The energy around the relationship is that you both feel overwhelmed. What's hidden is that you guys have a lot of things in common, but you guys don't realize it because you're too worried about the timeline. That you actually have a lot of common interests, a lot of common beliefs, core beliefs, and values, and you have a lot of similar goals for each other. But I think the compromise or the timeline, it's crazy. Like, he might want 5 kids and you might want 2, but you both want kids, but you're not seeing it that way. You're seeing it as, well, he wants 5 kids. That's completely different than what I have in mind. But like, let's get excited about the fact that you guys both want kids, because kids are sometimes a deal breaker in relationships. So we have to start seeing things from like a more positive aspect. But I think you guys can feel very overwhelmed or overburdened by things that each other wants versus the things that you want. And I think that you can also feel stressed out due to responsibilities. Maybe you're thinking it's probably too soon because A, B, and C. And he's thinking, well, it would make more sense if we lived together because A, B, and C. Like for you, you might say it's a little too soon because, for instance, we haven't known each other for very long. I think that's kind of crazy. But he might say, well, we spend time at each other's place all the time, and we spend this much in gas and this much in time traveling to each other. It would just make more sense to live together financially. Like, you guys have to, you know, yeah, just see each other's side. And then lastly, oh no, that was everything. That was everything. So yeah, I mean, along this trajectory, if you guys don't work on the things that we kind of talked about today, and again, these are just food for thought. You can do obviously whatever you feel is best for your relationship. You should trust your own intuition before anything. But I do feel that if you keep going along this path without working these things out or discussing these things, not that you can't live together and grow, not that you can't be married to one another and grow still within that relationship, but there are some things that are important to talk about as soon as possible. And whatever you guys can agree on to build that trust is the biggest thing that I'm seeing in your reading. You're welcome, Miss Honey. I hope it was helpful to you. Yes, definitely work on the rest. Exactly. I wasn't getting any kind of indicators of unfaithfulness or anything. It's hard because it's so much easier to blame someone else or accuse someone else or think that someone else is doing something wrong instead of looking within ourselves and saying, is this something that actually I'm making myself believe? Like, if you removed yourself from the equation, has he done anything wrong to you? You know, it's hard. It's a lot easier to project or blame or put the blame outside of yourself but it is important too to look within and see maybe what you could be making up or what's not actually real, even though it feels real. So I feel like he has pure intentions. You had the Wheel of Fortune, which talks about him having good and pure intentions and feeling like a destined or soulmate connection to you. So, with that being said, I would lean towards saying yes, that he does love you, that he does feel that way about you. Of course, I didn't specifically ask that question, but I feel like there were a couple indicators within the reading that made me feel like he's doing his best and he's trying to do right by you. Vetus, are you in here? Oh, I see ya. I see ya. You're welcome, Miss Honey. Have a lovely night. Sorry, Vetus. I'm a little lagged over here. I don't know what is going on. You're right. What I need to be doing actually is just checking the other chat because StreamYard is a little bit behind sometimes. And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll read the live chat that everybody else is watching so that I'm not super behind. But it means I have to pop up a completely different window to do that. So that's my fault. I'm sorry. Or I should say it's StreamYard's fault. What or who is coming towards in love? Okay, let's see. So, Vetus, I think you are showing up for yourself a lot more in the next 3 months. I feel like you are going through maybe a phase where you want to kind of change some things up. You want some things to be proud of. You could be like taking yourself shopping, getting a new hairstyle or a new hair color, changing up or playing with your makeup a bit more, maybe even going out on a date. Even I feel like you're trying to put yourself first rather than another connection and just enjoy your time. I think probably too, now that the weather is warming up as well, it helps make us feel better about ourselves, getting a lot more sun. Now the hermit here is the reason why I'm saying that. And the hermit a lot of times can talk about withdrawing and being non-social, but I think in this aspect it's more so talking about you focusing more inward, more on yourself and what will make you happy. I do have a person here. I have a Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who takes things really fucking slow. But there is a court card in your reading, so it does make me feel like this person is around you. Let me see if there's someone new. Is this someone new? Is this Knight of Pentacles someone new? Is this someone new? Alright, I'm getting no's, so it's not someone new. Interesting. So this person's still hanging out. I think we know who that is. But for some reason, I am feeling like you are going on a date. I feel like you're going to put yourself out there a little bit more. And maybe try some new stuff. I don't know, go out with some friends, go out with some girls, do like a paint and sip. Online dating, hell yeah. That's awesome, Vetus. I wasn't sure if that was something that you wanted to do, but yeah, I feel like you're chatting it up with some new people and getting yourself out there. Don't forget to lean on your friends. Like if you have any local friends, go out with them and have fun, and you can meet people while you're out too. I think it's definitely, if you go on a date, it's more like a friendly vibe with the potential of something more, but I think you're treating it more as like, I just want to get to know more people, I just want to see what else is out there. But you're not dating to be in a relationship immediately, but I see you going out, so that's definitely happening. Bless you, babe. Are you okay?
I think so.
So like your nose flew off.
What it felt like.
Oh god, do you need I also see you being very happy over the next 3 months as well. You have the 10 of Cups here, which means you're having happy, good times. Like I'm almost hearing like cheers, maybe having a drink or two out with someone. The Magician and the Hermit here in this reading are telling me that you're putting yourself first. The Magician is the self. It is the power of the self. And I think for you, it just would be nice to kind of get out of, I don't even think it's a funk, honestly, but I think it's like get out of your normal environment is kind of what I'm hearing. Like get outside, go enjoy, do different things, take up a yoga class or like a group hobby, go out one evening on a date, somewhere nice. Like basically just do things that kind of make you feel more connected to other people, but more so through that you're more connected with yourself because you're feeling like things can be different. I can do this if I want to. I can have fun. I can get out there. Get off your couch, right? I better not see like you for the next 30 months, videos. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, just a lot more inspiration, I guess, and just feeling like just fun. I feel like a lot of times we can take things a little bit too seriously, but I see you just enjoying yourself and getting out there. And so yeah, I mean, is there anyone in particular here? No, not necessarily, but you have like the center of your reading is good luck and having fun and good fortune, and 10 of Cups, happiness, alignment, joy, celebrations, things like that. So, there could be someone, there could be potential here because we have the Ace of Wands, which is the potential card, meaning that there is the possibility of something more developing here. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting as far as love. But I think that's a really good reading to have anyway, either way. Take opportunities, Vetus, as well. If you're invited out somewhere, you're invited to do something, just do it. Nothing's saying you have to stay there for hours and hours. If you're invited to a party or you're invited to a group event or something, you don't have to subject yourself to it all night long. You can go, you know what, I'm going to show up. I'm going to see if I'm enjoying myself. If I'm not enjoying myself, I'm going to go home. There's nothing keeping you there. But still say yes to opportunities. You're welcome, Vetus. Taka, no, I do not. And I'm glad you're here. So let me shuffle for you. Thanks again, Vetus. Ooh, everyone's got love questions tonight. All right, let's see what Taka is doing. Taka, what does your username mean? Taka fan? It's from a show named Avatar. I made this account when I was 12. Oh, okay. I got you. That's funny. So Taka, I do feel like there are people who are wanting your attention and wanting to get to know you, but I am being shown that you're not necessarily happy with the options that you're being presented with in the near future. So I don't think that necessarily anything is going to change too drastically for you, because I don't think you want to settle either. But I have a knight here and I have a page here, and I just don't necessarily feel like they're the type of energy you're looking for. If I'm not mistaken, I do feel like you're interested in something more solid, but I feel like people are making offers to you and you're rejecting them in the near future. You're looking for something more substantial. I see you here with the 3 of Wands in the center of the reading. And it's like, I'm looking to the future. I'm looking for something more, I don't know if serious is the word, but maybe, but something just more like, you don't want to you basically are done like messing around. It's kind of what it is. Like, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself, but I'm also feeling like you are leaning more towards wanting a person versus just like a fling or a hookup or something like that. And I feel like there's a lot of people offering you sex, but I'm not seeing any kings in your reading. That's what I want to see. Kings. I want to see people who are offering you something that is hard for you to resist or turn down. And so I almost feel like you're like, do I go ahead and just entertain this for now, just do something fun, or do I really just need to shut the situation down and only look for something more worthwhile, more fulfilling? I see you in agreement. So what the advice here is just stand your ground. Obviously do what you want to do, what you feel called to do, enjoy yourself, have fun. But if you're looking for something more fulfilling, more of the settle down, committed type of thing, Spirit is saying to stand your ground, stand up for your beliefs. Don't just let people take advantage of your situation. Not only that, but the more you hang around and you entertain things that aren't in alignment with what you want, the more you're just going to find more of what you don't want. So you kind of have to like back away from these things that aren't leading you closer to your goal or your plan or your desire. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting right now. For the near future, again, this doesn't mean August, September, October through the rest of the year. I'm just talking, I usually do like 3 months. So for the near future, it's just, people coming at you, wanting to talk to you, direct message you. You know what I'm saying? You can fill in the blanks. You get what I'm trying to say. You're welcome. Social media hookups and conversations. All right, so is Beautiful Love, Jasmine, or Kay in here? All right, I see Jasmine. Thank you, Taka. So Jasmine is here. Is Beautiful Love here? Jasmine, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do yours now, since you're here. Let me pull you up. All right, so Jasmine says 10 card pool, H Sag. Ooh, that's a good question. Is H Sag the option that's going to offer me something serious? Let's see. I really like to, unless I know someone's coming back in, I like to, you're feeling bold but nervous. I like to read for the people who are actually physically here, especially if people are going to come back later and watch the timestamp. It doesn't matter when their reading is done. And I just think it's fair to the people that are actually in here, like to not do a reading for someone who probably won't watch this until tomorrow, especially if you guys are in here now. Okay, let's see. Is H Sag the option that is going to offer something serious? Please show me a yes or a no. All right, so I am getting, okay, I'm like, feel like Spirit's trying to shut me up. I feel like he will, but he's not the option that Spirit was talking about. I feel like he will, but there was someone else who's gonna offer you something more serious. So when you're asking if he is the option that Spirit was referring to when we were doing the reading, no, he's not that option. That's not the option. There's someone else that's coming in to give you something more serious. However, I am also getting that he will at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be around the same time. I don't think it's going to be sooner than what this other person offers. That makes perfect sense. I hate reading for myself, especially if I'm too candid. I literally feel like that's why I was very confused, because I'm like, what is this? I don't understand. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember Kendra, but that happened with Kendra once, where she was like, I said, Spirit is saying you don't know this person now, but when you meet them, you will know them, have known them before. Okay, so when I did that, I'll definitely ask Jasmine. I said, she goes, well, do I know them? I said, Spirit said no. And she's like, well, when I meet them, does that mean I'll already have known them? And I got yes. And she was like, well, wait, if I don't know them now, how am I going to know them when I meet them? 10-10, oh shit. And I was like, I don't know. And then so I dug deeper, and I was like, I don't know, girl, like, this is what they're showing me. They're showing me when you meet them, you'll know them, but you don't know them now. And I don't know how that makes any sense. Well, fast forward to when it actually happened. She met them here, like where she was living. She met them briefly. And then when they met out in California, that's how she knew them, because she didn't know them then when I was doing the reading, but she had met them when she was still living on the East Coast briefly during a project. And then she flew to LA and then met them there. So that's how she knew him before, but she didn't know him now. And they also, like, they were on the same flight and everything. And so it was weird because they knew each other or knew of each other, but they hadn't officially, like, met in LA yet. So it is weird. It is wild. It is crazy how these answers come in. And I'm like, I'm not here to know all the answers. All I can do is tell you what I'm seeing. But it was crazy. Okay, so yes, this is not the person that they were referring to when they said that an offer is coming in that's serious. So let's take a look here and see the timeline for the new person. Timeline for the new person. I think new person's coming in this year. Let me see if I can get a specific, like, month or something. I am getting Libra season right now. Timeline. Fall. Libra fall, something like that. But this might be, okay, are they coming in the fall? Show me a yes or no. Will she meet them in the fall? Will she meet them before then? Will she meet them before then? Okay, so I asked if you'll meet in the fall. Spirit said yes. I asked if you'll meet them before the fall. They said no. And then I am getting Justice, which is Libra season, and I am getting the Wands, which to me is fall time. Hey, beautiful love. I'll be with you soon, okay? This is crazy. Let me pull a couple more cards. You have a couple more cards here, so I'm going to see if there's anything else I can tell you about this person. The Emperor. You had the Emperor in that reading that I was doing. Ten of Cups. Jasmine, this might be your husband. This might be your husband. Anything else? Anything else? Knight of Swords, big changes and opportunities. Big changes and opportunities, happiness, marriage, long-term relationships, stability, structure, protection. This person's very protective of you. This is like alpha male. This is like masculine. I think you might, yep, I think that might be what this is. That's what I'm feeling. So let's pray that he stays on course, because I do feel like this person's coming in this year. Yes, please. I gotta wait a little longer, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing this person around you right now, though. That's what's crazy, is that if they're not supposed to come in until the fall, but they were coming through in your last reading. But, you know, maybe that's just spirit wanting you to have a little faith in something new or something different. And maybe you meet them before you meet them. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's why that example was brought up. Like, maybe you start chatting online, but you don't actually get to meet them until the fall. But maybe you meet them sooner, in a sense, prior to that or something. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Oh, no, don't give up. Don't give up. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for your patience as well. Okay, so beautiful love. Well, my chance of hire at the hospital increase if I contact the manager, Casey. I have her number and she replies to text. You're welcome. Beautiful love wants to check in. She wants to know, will her chance of hire at the hospital increase if she contacts the manager, Casey? Please show me a yes or a no for beautiful love. A yes or a no for beautiful love. Yes, Ace of Cups. Should she call? Should she text? Okay, so I'm getting yes, it will increase, beautiful love. And you could call or you could text. Either way is fine. I think the call will make more of an impression because I have the Page of Swords, but I think a text will be okay as well. Either one, they're saying either one is fine. Thanks again, Jasmine. All right, and then next up we have, what do you see things looking like? When I contacted the EVS manager a while back, she had someone call me for an interview, but a little afterwards, I told her I was no longer interested in the job. Now I feel stupid because I'm going back and I need a job now. I'm just not sure how to go about it with her. Okay. All right. Give us some insight here, please. Well, first of all, don't feel stupid because everyone's life changes in a matter of seconds. So what you needed then is different than what you need now, but vice versa. What do you think things will look like if she contacts or when she contacts the EVS manager? Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is don't feel held back. Don't feel restricted by yourself. Don't feel like you have to sacrifice your pride or something like that. I think honestly, just speaking to her exactly what the situation is that your needs have now changed, and that you were interested and still are interested in the position, you know, that you were interested in the position, but it just wasn't something that, you know, just your needs changed. You know what I'm saying, beautiful love? Like your needs have changed. They're different. But don't let that get in the way. Don't think that that's going to make you look like her look negatively at you or anything like that. Now, I am wondering, beautiful love, if she actually has a position to offer. I'm assuming that she does, but there's something here about what position, what availability she has. Like, is the same position available that you could have had before? Is that position still available? Is it something different? I don't know, but I do see here that she wants to work with you. The Four of Wands, I feel like she does want to try to help you get a job there. She understands. She wants to be generous here, Six of Pentacles, and she does want you to have something to be happy about. Yay! Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, because I see she does want to work with you here. Because I see here feeling like trapped and restricted. Like, I feel like basically you have to present it to her where you don't feel, you're not presenting it to her like you're my last choice, like you have to help me, you know. Don't present it in a way where it's like this is your last resort. You obviously want to appear eager and excited about working for this company, and if you can present it in a way that it was one of your first choices, or if you can word it in a way where, you know, you really wish that you would have just taken the chance back then, because if you had known now what you knew, I don't know, present it in a way that sounds like you're excited to work for the company. Do you get what I'm saying? Not in a way where, I guess since I don't know the whole story, it's hard for me to think of examples of what to say. But I think that if she knows that it was never a slight, or it was never anything bad about the position, or it was never anything bad about her company that you denied or didn't accept, it was just more so the personal situation you were in at that time, and now your needs have changed. I think that will go along a lot better. But yeah, I do see her wanting to help you. I see her wanting to work with you. There's a Three of Cups celebrations, gatherings, coming together. I think sharing your story, you know, in a very roundabout way, but definitely pulling at her sympathies, I think will help. If there's something happened that made it now where your circumstances have changed, I think being authentic and open and real with her is going to go a long way. But yeah, I do see her being in a very generous mindset and mood when you contact her. So I think it's going to go well. I really do. Just be you, be authentic. Don't lie. She'll feel, she might not know that you're lying or something, but she's going to feel the energies are off, or that you don't believe what you're saying. Just be completely raw and real with her about why the circumstances have changed since the initial rejection of the offer or something. Does that help? I think it's going to go well. I really do. Is Kay in here? Kay, we're about to do your reading. If you can check in if you're here. If not, I will timestamp. You're welcome, beautiful love. Thank you. As always. If you guys are hanging out and have not had a chance to like the stream, if you could do that for me, that would be great before you go. Kay wants to know, am I going to see Nick tonight? Please show me a yes or a no for Kay. Is she going to see Nick tonight? Yes or a no? Is she going to see Nick tonight? Please show me a yes or a no. Is she going to see Nick tonight? Please show me a yes or a no. One more. She going to see Nick tonight? She gonna see Nick tonight? She gonna see Nick tonight? She gonna see Nick tonight? I am getting a yes, Kay. So we'll be interested to see what happens. But I am getting a yes. The 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. It's definitely a choice, a decision. I don't know if this is like a matter of like, are you guys going to see each other out because you're going somewhere where he normally goes, or vice versa, or if you actually are making plans to see one another. But there's something here about making a choice and coming together. Spirit is saying that your intuition is spot on. There's a lot of fiery energy, so there's a lot of sexual attraction here. But I am, as for a yes or no question, like I am getting a yes that you're going to see this person. So you'll have to let me know if I was right tomorrow. Okay, so that is what I've got for you, Kay. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, y'all, that is the end of my list, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I hope the rest of y'all have a lovely rest of your night. I will be back tomorrow, likely on a camera stream. If anyone else is just hanging out in here, I hope y'all have a great night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.